Tide Nation. Something big is happening in Tuscaloosa right now. Alabama is entering spring football with new offensive weapons that could completely change the future of this team. And honestly, some of these newcomers might become instant stars in the SEC. We're talking about a 5-star running back ready to explode, a battle-tested SEC offensive lineman, and a veteran wide receiver who could transform the passing game. And if these three players deliver the way many expect, Alabama's offense could look dangerous again in 2026. But before we dive into this breakdown, Tide Nation, I need your support. If you love Alabama football and want real analysis and daily Crimson Tide news, hit the like button and subscribe to Bama Football Update right now. We are pushing hard to reach 800 subscribers, and only real Alabama fans are part of this community. Now let's talk about the 3 offensive newcomers that everyone should be watching this spring. The big picture. Alabama needs offensive firepower. Let's be honest, Tide Nation, last season exposed some serious issues on offense. The running game struggled badly, the offensive line lacked consistency, and the passing attack lost key veterans. This wasn't the dominant Alabama offense we were used to during the dynasty years. There were moments where the team looked flat, predictable, and unable to control the game. And in the SEC, that's a dangerous situation because teams like Georgia, Texas, LSU, and others are getting stronger every year. So what did Alabama do? They brought in new talent that could change everything. And 3 names are already generating serious buzz heading into spring football. EJ Crowell, the future star running back. Let's start with the most exciting name on this list, EJ Crowell. This kid might be the future of Alabama's running game, and honestly, Alabama needs him. The rushing attack last season was nowhere near the standard of Crimson Tide football. In fact, there were games where Alabama struggled to generate any consistent ground production. That's not Alabama football. That's not the identity of this program, and that's exactly why Crowell is so important. He's a 5-star running back from Jackson, and he brings something Alabama desperately needs: explosiveness. Coach Kalen DeBoer even said it himself. Crowell makes plays. He breaks tackles in tight spaces. He runs over defenders. He makes people miss. And he has finishing speed to reach the end zone. That's a complete running back. Now here's the reality. Starting as a true freshman in the SEC is extremely difficult. This is not high school football. This is the toughest conference in America. But if Crowell adapts quickly, he could earn reps early and become part of the running back rotation, especially because Alabama lost key players. Jam Miller is gone. Richard Young transferred to Colorado. Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley showed flashes but haven't fully proven themselves as elite SEC backs yet. So the opportunity is there, and sometimes true freshmen step into big moments and change everything. Crowell has that kind of potential. He could be the spark Alabama's running game needs. Javon James, the offensive line leader. Now let's talk about one of the most important additions on offense, Javon James. And Tide Nation, this one is huge because Alabama's offensive line went through massive changes. Most of the starters from last season are gone. Some went to the NFL, some ran out of eligibility, some transferred, and that left Alabama in a tough spot. You can't compete in the SEC without offensive line stability. So bringing in Javon James from Mississippi State was a smart move. This is a guy who started 12 games in the SEC last season. That experience matters. He understands SEC speed, he understands SEC defenses, he understands the physicality of this conference, and Alabama needed someone like that in the locker room. Yes, younger players like Jackson Lloyd may challenge for starting spots, but experience wins games, and James brings that experience. He could become a starter or a key rotational player, but either way, his presence strengthens the offensive line immediately. And when your offensive line improves, everything improves. Running game, pass protection, tempo, confidence, everything. That's why this addition is so important. Noah Rogers, the wide receiver Alabama needed. Now, let's talk about the passing game, because Alabama lost important receivers this offseason. Jeremy Bernard is heading to the NFL. Isaiah Horton transferred to Texas A&M, and suddenly depth became a concern. Yes, Ryan Williams is back. Yes, Lotzier Brooks showed promise, but Alabama still needed veteran help, and that's where Noah Rogers comes in. The transfer from NC State brings experience and reliability. He's the type of receiver who can contribute immediately. Reliable hands, route running, field awareness, and SEC-ready maturity. This gives Alabama balance in the passing game because you can't rely only on young receivers. You need someone who understands college football defenses and can step up in big moments. Rodgers could become a key target in crucial situations. Third downs, red zone plays, important drives. That's where veteran receivers make the difference. And that's why this move matters. Can these three players transform Alabama's offense? Now here's the big question. Tide Nation, can Crowell, James, and Rodgers actually change Alabama's offense in 2026? Honestly, yes, because each one fills a critical need. Crowell brings explosiveness to the running game, James brings stability to the offensive line, Rodgers brings reliability to the passing attack. That creates balance, and balanced offenses win championships. If these three players perform well during spring football and carry that momentum into the season, Alabama's offense could take a massive step forward. And when Alabama's offense is balanced and physical, the Crimson Tide becomes a national title contender again. That's the reality. Now I want to hear from you, Tide Nation. Which of these three newcomers will have the biggest impact in 2026? EJ Crowell, Javon James, or Noah Rodgers? Drop your answer in the comments and let's talk football. And Tide Nation, if you love Alabama football and want daily news, recruiting updates, and deep analysis like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Bama Football Update right now. We are on the road to 800 subscribers, and every real Alabama fan who joins helps this channel grow and reach more of the Crimson Tide community. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay locked in. And as always, roll Tide.